together, let's talk about the unapologetic female comedy voice. Up until you, Lena Dunham, Tina Fey, Amy Schumer, this voice didn't exist there. Where has it been all this time? Why did it take such a long time?
Well, I think people are uncomfortable with women's sexuality. You know, I think that, you know, because our society is kind of sexist, we're used to looking at women as objects. And so for the woman to have a voice and say, well, this is what I like, or this is what I feel, it's not as acceptable. I think in movies we often see what men think and feel about sex, but I think for women, we only really see this generic, like, romantic comedy where the woman only wants to get married and have kids, which is true. Lots of women want to get married and have kids, but there's a whole other side to women, what they think about sex that isn't really being expressed. I think Sex and the City started to express that in a TV show that was very popular, but there's not a lot of films about that. I mean, really, you talk about Amy Schumer, you know, I think TV has been a bit more open-minded about expressing that, but in films there's almost nothing except Amy Schumer, maybe, you know?
But why do you think that exists? Do you think the studio execs don't believe they can monetize it? Like, why? Because if you look on the opposite side, on the male side, there's just non-stop flood of the same exact film, but on the female narrative, it hardly exists.
Well, I think people are afraid of women's sexuality. I mean, if you look at, you know, countries in the Middle East, they make women cover their whole bodies with these robes, but they don't make the men do that. So why is that? You know, why do they make the woman cover their body, but a man can walk around wearing normal clothes? You know, it's something very strange in the world. I think people are afraid of women's sexuality.
I think you need to be the new Amy Pascal head chief at a film studio and get more of these great projects like yours funded.